Welcome to Real Talk. Thank you for tuning in again. I hope that you're enjoying the flow of our conversations. Don't forget to send us your questions. Send us anything that you want us to be talking about, any questions or concerns or advice that you might be needing. There's a lot of uncertainty going on around us, and feelings and emotions can get confusing. And this is a great space for us to discuss those things so we can help each other. Send us your questions to info@yogiofsound.com. Without further ado, join me in welcoming Yogi Ji, Professor Surinder Singh, to the show. Satkartar, Yogi Ji.
Satkartar. Satkartar.
Thank you for joining us again and inspiring us with your amazing wisdom.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you to continue where we left off last week. We were talking, you were just about to share with us a story from history. You're talking about somebody who started the initiative of the Red Cross.
Between 1690s onwards till 1704 AD, there's a lot of wars that happened between the local rajas or small corporation or what we can say the rulers surrounding Anandpur Sahib, the residence of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. The first encounter with these people happened in 1682 at Paonta Sahib, and then onwards the wars were one after another. 14 wars with Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji happened in a very small period. And in these battlefields there was a saintly soul, Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, who had this military uniform, the Bahana we call it. He was in a blue, having the mala and chakar, and his sword next to his waist. But instead of sword in his hand, there was a mushk. It's like container made out of leather where water is stored. And Bhai Kanhaiya Ji was offering wounded people the water, regardless they were Sikhs in the battlefield or Muslims. So some of the Sikhs, Jasvir Kaur, they came in to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, back to the base, and they said, well, what is the point, Guru Sahib, that we get these people tired and on the ground, and one of our own goes and gives them a water, and they get up and they fight again. So Guruji said, okay, call Bhai Kanhaiya Ji here in the court. And Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, when he came back to at the front of Guru Sahib, then Guru Sahib asked Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, these Sikhs have complained that you are giving water to the enemies. And Bhai Kanhaiya Ji says, Guru Sahib, what I understood from you was a nirpa and nirvair. Trust me, I see nobody but you. Every face is you. How can I refuse a water to my Guru wounded in a battlefield? How can that happen? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. How can I forget what you taught me, nirvair? And Guru Sahib, from his kamar kasa, his belt, brought this pouch out where the first aid kit was and given to. It says, okay, where you give the water, you make sure their wounds are not infected. You apply this medicine too. And those Sikhs who brought the complaint understood also. And when you're in love, then even your battle changes. When you're in love, whatever you do, the Sikhs, well, there is a zero evidence available that Sikhs attacked anybody first. They always, they were in a self-defense. They were in love for humanity. They always did. They sacrificed themselves for the others. There was always a complaint and a reason that somebody's daughter has been kidnapped, somebody's sister has been forcefully picked up. They will go and free her, and they lose hundreds of lives, um, just so they're humans, living like a humans, not like animals. So giving, Jasvir Kaur, when you are in love, I see Paikana ji in love, that you don't see harbin avar na dekho koi, that you don't see anything without kartapurkh. But for you to do that, you got to fall in love. It's a process. You learn how to be in that, because Guru Nanak Sahib, he asks us to come to him to learn how to be in love, how to be that where the life or death doesn't scare you, where there's no enmity, where there's no fear. Everywhere you see is that love that Kartapurkha is. That Gur Prasad, to have that Gur Prasad, Guru asks us to start a journey toward this oneness. And that's only possible through love. And this is where he's pointing toward. And I see Guru Nanak to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. I see whole of Sri Guru Granth Sahib only talking about one thing, and only one thing is love.
So, in order to get a little bit closer for people like me who might be further away, right, from being in that unconditional love, not that I don't want to be, but having not understood it the same way that you've just explained it now, there's not many people who talk about it like this. You would say the first step is to overcome fear, and then another step is to overcome duality. And then
If
once
there is a
those,
fear, sorry, Jasvir Kaurji, if there is a fear, there will be enmity. You'll be defensive. You will do something. You will do something. You know. And those things comes in where there is a duality, there's no oneness, and if there is no oneness, there can't be love, right? There can be attachment and greed and other processes. We Sikhs, especially one who's seeking about life, one who cares about the life in itself, regardless it's animals or regardless it's humans. And for them it is important to differentiate between what is attachment and what is love.